Oh, there it is. That's the little bug that there is at for that specific tool. That catching was from the last stream. So there's about 30 seconds lag between what I have and Twitch. So we're just going to wait a couple of minutes, see if anybody comes on, then we'll get started. I can see my RAM is forcing a little bit. I can hear my RAM is forcing a little bit, but it's still in the yellow, so that's still good, I think. So while not much is happening right now, I'm gonna open my script. So of course, as usual, welcome. Oh. Hi, Coco! Yeah, there we go. So we got somebody, so I'm going to start to talk. This week, Gabe is currently on vacation in Didney. So, he also put me on vacation on the backlog of Super Mario Adventures Continued Mustastrophe. We still got enough backlog for him to come back, and you guys shouldn't see any difference with what's going on. Usually, I have drawn myself silly this week. I have been testing rubber nibs from pen tips, and turns out they were all rubbish. The best one lasted about 2 drawings. 2 drawings and a half. How's my bestie today? I'm doing great, Coco, thanks. If you guys have seen my social media, I finished Baumren. Not officially, because I still want to decorate his base. The stuff I ordered for the base is not here yet. It's AliExpress. What do you expect? Should be here by the end of November, normally. But Baumren himself, I've finished, and I've posted most of the nib test drawings, and it's literally almost like 1 drawing per nib. Because the thing with those rubber nibs is that I believe they were badly molded. And, like, I know I have a heavy hand, but I don't have that heavy a hand that I wreck a rubber nib within 1 drawing. If that was the case, the screen protector that I ordered from the same company, and when I say ordered, really I supported the Kickstarter, it would be scratched beyond belief. And it is not. It's very good, very resistant. The reason I supported the Kickstarter was mainly because of that screen cover. Because it's made for iPad, it's magnetized, and it has a paper feel. It does everything that it says on the tin. The rubber nibs, however, barely survive 1 drawing each, and I am not pleased. I'm waiting on a replacement set, and I hope that set actually does what it's supposed to do, or else heads are going to roll in Canadian. Put that in companion mode. I also managed to find a YouTube video that had all the episodes of the new Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared series. I enjoyed it a lot. It's very disturbing, very surreal. My favorite artist is Salvador Dali. I think that's pretty clear from the get-go. And I indeed did manage to completely lose track of what I was saying in the middle of the sentence. Yay, ADHD! Speaking of good, the TV shelf I got for my Switch hasn't collapsed yet. Yes! Let's keep going for the tiny victories! As far as art supplies goes, well, I'm here. I don't know if you guys noticed, Adobe and Pantone are having a little fight right now. And Adobe is phasing out Pantone. Come on, I need to fiddle. Adobe is phasing out Pantone palettes. Enter Stuart Semple, who released a complete free tone palette for Photoshop, 1,280 colors for free, which is available on his culturehustle.com website. The direct link is in his link in bio and on his Instagram, Stuart Semple, and or Culture Hustle, I would believe. So far, so good. Now, I will tell you guys, if you guys would like, if you have Clip Studio and you would like to use that palette for Clip Studio, I might be able to make that happen because the file is a .asc, but for it to be important to Clip Studio, it has to be .aco. And I might have been able to get my hands on that specific format without having to download Photoshop. And I'm going to leave it at that for now, but like the original file is free, so all I had done is just to convert it if you guys would like to use it for Clip. I bookmarked it for later. I'm just saying I have access to the file and I have no real problem sharing it if anybody wants it. As long as you don't work for either Photoshop or Adobe. I'm just saying, Stuart is all about liberating the colors, and I want to help liberate the colors in a similar fashion. I just, want to at least follow the rule, not to drop it. Hi Sam, hi Paul, oh, both at the same time. To drop it to Adobe and Pantone. Big no. Also, fair warning, the file will convert the CMYK profile to RGB, so it might warp some of the colors. You've been warned. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, sure, send it to me in the correct format. Maybe I will. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm not hiding from Stuart, I'm hiding from Adobe and Pantone. I'm only trying to help fellow artists. Yeah, this would work better if I went for blue. So I was trying really hard to think of a spooky story for today. I basically wrote it this morning, really. And it's basically what's going on in my mind. And nobody likes that. Especially not me. Also, I've been practicing with Procreate a lot on the iPad. And I know it's possible to make comics on Procreate. I do not like it for comics. I didn't even try it for comics, but I don't like it enough that I would want to use it for comics. You don't work for anyone but yourself, which is true. Which is why it's always fun when somebody tries to complain to somebody else thinking that other person is my handler. So far, people have thought that my mom is my handler and that Gabe is my handler. That is the funniest shit ever. Nobody can handle me. Where the fuck are you going? You the new. So I'm just waiting on one last detail from Marker Universe about the colors of the month before I can release the November live stream, the November newsletter. And this month, like the month that's coming, this month's newsletter is going to be full. Because what I usually do, of course, is put all my schedules in it. And that includes the schedules of the TeePublic sales, because I have t-shirts and stuff like that. But I also, at the beginning of the newsletter, I also like to recommend some stuff. And I'm really going through it. I believe I'm recommending 3 products. Well, I recommend 2 products, and then there's one that the recommendation is still pending because I'm waiting for the replacement set of rubber nibs. But I'll be explaining the stuff that I tried. I will not just yet talk about some of the stuff in the... Who are you? Oh, that must be Paul. In the Super None Other Crap kit, because, like I said earlier, I'm not quite done with Bound Red. Bound Red? Why red? Bound Ren! Holy fuck! This is pomegranate Kool-Aid! It's just that I was already going pretty in depth with a lot of stuff, so I might do that for December. I will say, big fan of the cosplay. Like, it comes in a box, literally a flip box, and it's hard, and it's brittle, and it turns into little tiny pieces, but you warm it up just a little, that's all you need, and it turns into a pliable, workable clay, which doesn't stink to high heaven in the oven like Fimo clay. So yeah, I would definitely use this clay again. I got tons left. And it's not exclusive to the Super Not Another Crap kit, so by the time this live stream is being recorded, there's still some left at Muse Kits. I think that's what it's called now. It used to be... oh, I already forgot. Wow! I have no memory for anything today. Smart art. The box is still there. I'm keeping it so I can put some art stuff in it and carry it upstairs to the craft table. But now it's Muse Kits. But like the airbrush that comes in the kit. Oh my god, this is the best airbrush I've ever used. And I've used two, and one of them is not even an airbrush. It's an air grip where you can jam some markers in it. My other one came with my tiny little pink compressor. And it's kind of shit, honestly. But this one, oh, it is smooth. It is so smooth. It is my first non-painful use of an airbrush. And it works so well on Baumrin. Oh, now I can say it right. Oh, here's a sylph. Gonna give you guys some sylphs. Doobie 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 doo. I like to give you guys a lot of sylphs because of the possible lag. There's a big lag on Twitch. I think the lag is a little less on YouTube. But the whole point mainly is to have fun. So yeah, I think it's pretty clear that I didn't really get to work on anything regarding Stream Avatar this week. It's beautiful, thank you. So sparkly and sylphy. Because I have been in testing mode all week. I think I did just like 5 or so illustrations just this week because I had the time and I needed to check how the nibs were going and if I could understand Procreate. I understand Procreate, I am still not that big a fan of it. Because of that freaking pulling feeling. I figured out how to take it off, but I have to constantly take it off and put it on because it apparently doesn't apply to each brush. What I mean is, I could take the pulling effect, whose name escapes me right now, completely off on the main program, but I could put it on each specific brush, but it wouldn't do a goddamn thing. I have to do it on the main program. And it's not practical for me because I would like my ink brushes to have the pooling feeling because it makes my lines cleaner, but I don't want the pooling feeling when I'm trying to fill in with a pencil nib or a sketching nib. You know, or a painting nib. It's terrible with a painting nib. Oh my god, I'm trying to do hair and Procreate understands this. Oh, I hate it. So I have to constantly turn it on and off and on and off and on and off. Now playing Confrontation. How apropos. Had someone poke the giant bloodshot Google eyes on my door this morning. I don't think she stole them. I think she just poked them. Yeah, I saw the video. It looks like she just poked them too. Personally, I don't get the idea of poking other people's doors there, but... Oh, I'm already on sound effects. That's practical. More italic, please. Okay, who's up for a little boss battle? We still only have 2, but money's money. Oh yeah, so I had, while we wait, I had put Clip Studio on maintenance mode yesterday, and what I meant by that is that I was trying again to sync my stuff to the Celsius Cloud again, to back up my app settings again. For once, it actually worked correctly. It was still missing two materials, which I think were a set of 80s background textures and something else that I just cannot read. At least with the camera, that's the worst I've had on my doorstep since Willie got evicted. Bring on Boo-Ass Ultros. So we got him started again. Now, for some reason, because usually when I back up the settings is because I want them to sync with the ones on the iPad so I can work from one to the other. And this time, it also actually worked. This is the second time since I've had the work iPad that it works. The brushes transferred, no problem. Settings transferred. For some reason, the 3D models did not. It's not the end of the world, because for some reason I can't transfer comic folders to the iPad. But it's just weird that what is the point of backing up your settings if you're not going to remember shit? Know what I mean? Oh, my turn. And I got a face full of tentacle. Oh, my eyes are going out of focus. Oh, this is always so weird when that happens. Wow. Because that's the thing, when they go out of focus like that, it's really a struggle to get them back in. Okay. Whew. Like I couldn't move my head or anything. Paul Kemp was blinded. Well, gee, so was I for a minute. I wish I could do something about the accuracy, because right now I got the blind status working as a poison. But I would much rather be able to make it do that we miss turns. But I don't have access to stuff like that in stream avatars. Better a face full of tentacle than anywhere else. Tee-hee-hee-hee-hee-hee-hee. I am not mature enough to continue this conversation. Nah, apparently I wrote too fast. Come on. I'm always entertained to see that little fire symbol under Ultros's ass, because in the actual game he is weak to fire, while other aquatic monsters are weak to thunder. And he's like, yeah, seafood soup. With the little doom 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 music. Quite fitting for a boss battle, but a really chill one. Beating Ultros is great, like when a football player gets 10 tackles in a game. Paul, you're fired. Speaking of Paul, he's the one that helped me with the little pellet conversion issue, so let's all thank and worship him. And down he goes. There, now everybody got a little bit of pocket money for the shop. You're welcome. Thanks for the heal, I was almost a goner. You're welcome. Glad I could help. Considering the blind status acts as a poison in this game, we wouldn't want you to lose, to die like right before he died. I love the fanfare after. Too easy. I'm gonna get yelled at, music. Shh, I'm gonna get yelled at again. Eventually I'll have more stuff in the shop. It's just I have been up to my ears in work. And being unmedicated in ADHD, I struggle with scheduling it. And I can't talk about it now because nothing is set in stone, but I will say somebody really wants to work with me, and they really want to pay me, so I might get even busier soon. Now you understand why I got the Patreon at a standstill other than the comics, because there's only one of me. Like, even when Patreon offered stuff to make my life easier, it just made my life harder, because apparently they decided that the stuff that I wanted to offer needed to be on higher tiers and increasingly higher tiers, and when I said it was for one tier, they decided no, it has to be for an even higher tier. And honestly, that frustrated me. And I wanted to do handmade stickers instead, but I don't have the time and or the energy to make the stickers, so I don't know what to do anymore. I asked my patrons what they were thinking about it, and I got one guy telling me that no, it's okay, I'm here just for the comics, so I'm still posting the comics, but I was still like, The thing I'm struggling the most with is getting feedback. That's what's happening. It's pretty much the reason why I pretty much do what I want when I draw, because people are allergic to giving me feedback. When I don't request it, oh boy, then do people tell me what they think. And it's usually something to screw myself over, but when I specifically ask them what they want to see, I get crickets. Like, help me help you, you know? Well, gee, with all those statuses popping up during the battle, no wonder I reached 100 messages already. We're only 41 minutes in. Thank heaven I can remotely view my doorstep. My awesome new blouse and other stuff is supposed to be here November 2nd. But it'll probably be when I'm not home on the 3rd because you know delivery companies. Yeah, I've been like really lucky lately. Not necessarily that the delivery idiot stepped up and is doing his job right, is that my orders have been coming in through Canada Post, and my Canada Post guy actually does his job. But you better fucking believe that if he keeps fucking up, I'm gonna keep complaining. Il m'aura pas à l'usure, c'est pas vrai. Fais ta job comme du monde. Bonus point for people trying to defend him. You literally have one job. Grab the box, check the address, drop the box. And not try to gaslight me, and not try to call my mom at her job to complain that somebody in the house complained about him. That is immature, it is unprofessional, and I can't believe he got away with it after we talked to his boss again about that. This might come as a surprise. Me and my sisters do not have handlers. If we got a problem with you, we have a good fucking reason. You know what's even worse about this specific nightmare that I'm drawing right now? And that can apply to the top one too. I felt everything. I know how that knife felt as it dug into my kidney. Public mail delivery companies actually give a crap, but not private ones. USPS rings my doorbell. Yeah, when my mail guy has to come to my house, first of all, he goes to the right house. Secondly, he rings the doorbell. If he doesn't ring the doorbell, he has a pretty good excuse normally. Not gonna lie, I'm still salty about finding out this year that people with ADHD have a tendency to have nightmares. When I say people with ADHD, not everybody with ADHD will have the same experience. From the ashes, I have arrived. Hello, Joel. But I'm apparently one of the ones with ADHD that will have nightmares. And I'm like, you mean to tell me this entire time I would have been able to watch horror movies and it would have made absolutely zero difference? Not one? Like, you gotta keep this in mind, okay? I like horror media, I like horror comics, I like horror stories, and even if I don't watch them, I like horror movies. When I have nightmares at night, I'm either listening, because I need noise to sleep, I'm either listening to a relaxing song. Don't everyone have nightmares? Yeah, but me, it's like constant. Like, it's rare that I have a quote-unquote normal dream, and those dreams are usually, like, exhausting. And I lost my track of thoughts again. I know it was about my dreams and nightmares and stuff like that. I am very ADHD today. Okay, so I was saying I'm listening to relaxing songs, like songs that are meant to make you sleep, game grumps, like happy stuff, and I still have nightmares. So it really does not matter the type of media that I consume before bed. Like, when I keep complaining that I'm tired, that's because I don't really have restful sleep. And in order for me to sleep, I actually need some extra melatonin because I'm not going to fall asleep on my own, because my brain keeps going. If someone steals him, I'll be out for blood. I also got a plush of one of my latest favorites, and I'm not saying who in chat. If someone steals him, I'll be out for blood. Oh, now that makes sense. I like horror movies and horror media. I can't, however, play horror games because I'm too chicken blood to play them. I can never be a horror protagonist. Oh my god. I would be like trigger happy, but not the good type. Like, ah! There goes the entire clip. And like, the horror games that I've played were on Commodore 64, not exactly the scariest shit. I think, I am not sure at all, but I think I have Evil Dead for Commodore 64, and it's like top-down, tree colors. Not the most terrifying thing. That would be the first one dead, yeah. I think none of us are really good at being the horror protagonists. But sure, with the stuff I had to go through, yeah, I wouldn't be... Like, I would not be... Like one of those, oh yeah, nothing scares me, I can handle it. No, 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 no. I would die in the first 5 minutes, let's be honest. But I would just be so blasé. I'd be scared, but I'd be blasé. Because the way I think is like, oh geez, what a surprise, somebody else trying to kill me. Like I didn't have enough of that in my childhood. Putting grass here because we were outside when I got shot in the back. Well, pretend outside because of course it was a nightmare. Speaking of horror, are you guys going to play the Killer Clowns game? No! I have exactly 0 horror games in my library. I think the closest I have is that one puzzle game I downloaded once because I remember somebody playing it on YouTube. And it's literally like, the look is pencil and pen doodles on beige paper. That's the scariest game I own. Quote unquote. Gonna have a little battle royale. Because why not? This is more to entertain me than entertain you guys at this point. Because nobody has any control on this thing. And surprisingly good at aiming firearms, but if I had 1 bullet left, I'd unalive and die as a human. True. Like, I struggle with aiming a loaf of bread when I throw it up the stairs for Mom. I don't even want to imagine a gun. Oh, speaking of, I'm unalived. Now it's up to Coco and... well, never mind. Good for you, my music player. Good job, much proud. Yay. The record player won. How bad are we? You lost against an inanimate object that plays music. Shame! Shame! I love Resident Evil, but I can never see myself playing the game. It takes a great deal of skill, concentration, and guts, and I have none of those required skills on my resume. That's why I like RPGs. Yeah, me too. I like turn-based RPGs more than action RPGs. Not to be confused with action adventures, that's slightly different. Anyway. Sometimes I like to sit back, click on the list, and just watch what happens. Please. I don't really want to get that super involved in battle, especially when you program the battle to be super long, because then I get fatigue. Which is why I haven't beaten any of, well, any. There's 2 games of It'll Do. Because the secret bosses and the final bosses, they're programmed to have like way too many phases. They last way too long, to a point that I get a headache trying to fight them. My wrists hurt. And then my reflexes start slipping, and then I lose the battle. Because I am literally tired of the battle. I would not call that good programming. Which is a shame, because It'll Do games are really good. I like It'll Do. But like Gauntlet bosses? No, no thank you. Gauntlet-like bosses should be in Gauntlet levels, not part of the main story. Imagine if there was a turn-based horror game where you can run around and do stuff, but you fight monsters and other creepy ghoulies. That would be my cup of joe. I won't because I'm a zombie and I don't like being killed. Well, let's see. Because there are a lot of RPG Maker's horror games. I'm trying to think of one that actually uses the menu. I don't really want to say Off, because Off is not exactly horror, it's more surrealism. And like all the horror-based games that are coming to mind right now, they all have like insta-kills instead of actual battle. Oh, my bro Armand won his costume concept because I told him to bring burgers with him. Bob Belcher costume. That was a fantastic idea. One through the accessories. His accessoire. Man, I'm really tilty today. Oh my god. This is why I have a sore back. I'm gonna make that lower because my mattress is like stupid thick. THICC. Mario in the Music Box, I think. Yeah, I believe so. Mario in the Music Box has battle. It's been way too long since I've seen a Let's Play of Mario in the Music Box, though. You made sliders with jalapeno aioli. Oh my god, that sounds good. Anything with jalapeno, really. I like jalapeno. Whenever possible, when we get Doritos, I try to get the jalapeno ones. Out of force of habit, my parents get the regular ones. Like, they also like the jalapeno ones, but like they get like the same ones out of habit more than anything. You know, shopping partique nerveux. Now, there are some horror-based point-and-click games. Oh, I'm a dumbass! Sweet Home! Sweet Home is a horror RPG. It's for the NES, but it's literally the precursor to Resident Evil. There's also a movie, Sweet Home, but you have to really get for the first one about the like some television employees going to make a documentary in a haunted house. But I don't remember if they made the game after the movie or the movie after the game. But Sweet Home is literally a horror turn-based RPG. But it has permadeath. If one of your 5 characters die, they die. That's it. That's all. You're not getting them back unless you start a new game, buddy. And the ending changes depending how many people survived. And the cheese is called Zombie. Oh my god. Sharon, if you were cursed to transform into a monster, would you rather transform into centaur, werewolf, or harpy?
Hey, what's going on?
Joel, don't think I didn't notice yours. Come here, you. Whoops. You go here. For some reason, I was gonna say Stick of Truth. It's an RPG, but I wouldn't really call it horror. Though there are some parts that would feel like horror. But following that logic, Final Fantasy VI would fall in it too, so... Final Fantasy VII too. Considering what you see in the Mako reactors. I would not count Yume Nikki because that is exclusively an exploration game. A lot of people count it as a horror game, but it's really more of a surrealism game. It does have horrific elements. Stick of Truth is horror, Sharon, within the eerie depths of Mr. Slave's bum bum. I'll consider it. But it's not because it has horror elements necessarily means that it's a horror game. Did I end up answering that question? I believe I did not. Let's scroll back up. Centaur, werewolf, or harpy? would go for werewolf because you're not a werewolf all the friggin' time. And there's always ways to control it. To keep it in check. My friend gave me the second South Park game on Christmas. I'm assuming you mean the Fractured Butthole. Because there are a lot of South Park games. So just saying the second to me is meaningless! Like, I'm old enough that people will tell me, you know, Superman 64. And I'm like, Nintendo 64 or Commodore 64? You can't draw if you're a harpy, see? So guys, how about those visitors in Canada abducting all those cows from Old Man Jenkins' farm? Pretty spooky, eh? Werewolf would just happen once a month. See? It's all about drawing. Kinda hard to draw when you're a harpy. And you got like maybe 3 fingers if you're lucky, but they're still stuck to these giant wings, and then you got all those feathers on the screen. Ah, Centaur would be too big for indoors. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, my ass is big enough. Why would I want to double it? It sounds like I'm doing a joke here in the comic, but that's real nightmares that happen. I really did dream I was getting shot, and I slept through it, no problem. Getting stabbed, slept through it. Worked in retail, and I woke up, and it took me 3 hours to fall back asleep. Consider the following. Sharon as a centaur Pegasus. But Sharon as a centaur would have 4 hooves and be able to kick anyone. I have 2 feet, and I have no problem kicking anyone. And like, I don't even take walks. Can you imagine me trying to fly anywhere when I'm like almost 1,000 pounds? Do you realize how heavy horses are? Sharon could live in a heated barn, it's alright. No, I am not living in a barn. It's not because I act like I was raised in one. Means I want to live in one. Dreams about reality is scarier than fantasy. True, fantasy can always tell yourself it's not real. The irony here is when I wrote that this morning I had a different retail dream. I dream a lot about the electronic job. I loved that job, but the job didn't love me. And if Sharon were to become a centaur, I would ride on her back and visit Narnia and fight alongside each other. Get off my back! I would be a 40-year-old horse. You think I am brittle now? Look, I just want my best friend to be a cool horse-human hybrid. Is that too much to ask? Since when am I your best friend? I'm your friend, yes, but since when am I your best friend? When did that happen? When did I upgrade? I did not see the little level up above my head when that happened. Okay, I'm done with this bit. I'm her enemy. Oh, Sam, please. You're this big. You're a baby. You're a precious little baby. You're probably taller than me, even at your age. But still. You're a baby. Yeah, I've always been my best friend, Sharon. You're constantly DMing me. I constantly? Excuse me? No. We are putting a break right here. I constantly DM you? Excusez-moi pardon, Joel. You're the first one that DMs me in the morning every single time. And on the rare times that I send you something, it's usually a meme I found on Twitter. It is extremely rare that I'm the one that talks first because I'm easily distracted. Fine, I'm your friend then. Yeah, see, that's better. See, Sam gets it. I have yet to make powerful enemies. And I don't really want to, honestly. But they are hills I'm willing to die on. Fight, fight, fight. Or no one DMs me unless they want a date or a spammer. Yeah, speaking of, I'm trying to reach somebody on Facebook because I believe their Instagram got hacked and I want them to know. I mean, fight. I am the one DMing Shiro, yeah. Oh, whoever throws the first punch, it doesn't matter. My point is, you're stuck with me forever and I wouldn't have it any other way. Smooth. That I don't mind. Plus, honestly, because of the way I am, I need a distraction to be able to do my work. I'd rather be distracted and do my work slower than not be distracted and not do my work because I can't focus on it. I haven't DM Shiro. What would we even talk about is my question. I talk about art, video games, horror, and surrealism. And let's get it straight, I'm Shiro's BFF. Great, now everybody's fighting in the chat. Boom, 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 boom. I'm her favorite. No, I'm her favorite. I'm her favorite. Fight, 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 fight. You guys can duel each other. If you type duel and the name of the person you want to duel, and they accept, you guys can fight each other. Not just the attack button. Yeah, that's the same thing I talk about. Yeah, some of my video games are like really old. Like, let's keep that in mind. I am older than Luigi. Younger than Mario, but older than Luigi. Shiro's wants me to he. But only if Shiro's wants me to he. Well, I mean, I'm gender fluid. You can he me if you want. Getting things ready for Dia de los Muertos. Mom's got food placed in our ofrenda. Ofrenda. Isn't it ofrenda? Well, I mean, it seems to me, but, like, you're the Spanish guy, you know. These spirits will arrive soon. I hope they're better behaved than mine. For your sake. Orville can be a right little shit when he wants. I am so tilted today. Oh my god. Wait, I thought they both were created at the same time. I got the cutest animated Halloween village thing. I need to post my Halloween decoration on Insta. Yes, please. I think I still have a Sega Genesis. A Sega Genesis. I know it's a typo. I'm just being a dick. Genesis. Yeah, the Genesis had some good games. It was the cooler equivalent to the Super Nintendo. It did have more interesting graphics. And let's be honest, the music on Genesis, better than the SNES. There, I said it. But for me, personally, not really that interested because the RPG library of the Genesis was really not that good compared to the SNES. The SNES had, like, all the good stuff. Like, I think Genesis had Phantasy Star. Recently, Oasis, Beyond Oasis was unlocked on the Genesis online for Switch. And it's a game that I've always wanted to try. It's kind of like a little bit like Secret of Mana. And I tried it, and it's fucking unplayable. It's one of those games that you really need a Genesis controller, and I'm not spending money on a controller for one game. Oh, I misspelled, sorry. No, it's okay, I mispronounce all the time, so... It's not really that I'm judging you guys for misspelling. It's just that it's funny when I try to read the misspelling. So like that, the funny is on me. Because typos happen. Nobody's perfect. I just tend to have an eye for typos because, as we all know, I'm an old fart. This is way too thick. And I've been raised on Super Nintendo RPGs, which were translated by Ted Woolsey and his team. But I'm still giving them, like... the Genesis wasn't censored like SNES, though. Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Oh, that is 100% true. And, like, they had all the games at the same time, and barely any deadline. Like, we need this game in a week, and then they were like, are you fucking serious? And they are... A lot of classic RPGs are riddled with typos. Some not so bad, you catch one once in a while. Some really bad, looking at you, Breath of Fire 2. So now, like, I can spot a typo, like, ooh. I have been trained by the best. Thank you, Ted Woolsey. But it's true, like, in Mortal Kombat on the SNES, people were sweating a lot, and then you arrive on Genesis and it turns out, oh, they were bleeding! Oh! For the record, I am absolutely terrible at fighting games. I don't even play Smash. At the age I got, I play games I like. I don't want to hear any, you're not a real gamer if you play games, you're a gamer. That's it. That is the one criteria. I'm playing Paper Mario 64 again. Because it's my favorite Paper Mario. Thousand Year Door is very good, but my favorite Paper Mario is Paper Mario 64. Simple as that. Smash Room, the circle pads of many 3DSs. At least Mortal Kombat included cheat code to make him bleed. True and true. Mario Party 1 ruined a lot of metal joysticks on the Nintendo 64, except mine. I don't know how I managed to do it, but I managed to play Mario Party 1 without breaking the middle joystick and without digging a hole in my hand. I am surprisingly gentle with my video game stuff. At least I'm more gentle than that kid who would snap his DS's in half every time he lost a game. And then his mother, haha, boys. But no, haha, psychopath. Go see a doctor. If he's like that, if he loses a game on a DS, what will he do when he loses a game at school? When I hear the expression boys will be boys, I imagine Paul saying puns. I imagine Joel going on a tangent with one of his jokes, okay? That's what I think when I hear boys will be boys. Not whatever horrible abuse that's in the news this week. I haven't played any of them, but I was always interested in Color Splash. Color Splash is pretty. But there's some stuff that's frustrating. I should get a hard copy version. I had it on download on the Wii U. Then I ran out of room on the console. So anyway, y'all know where I'm going with this. But at least for the collection, I should get a hard copy version. They just haven't gone down at all. Like, between Origami King and Color Splash, I would much rather Origami King. Because here's the thing with Color Splash. Have you ever eaten rock candy before? Yes, I hate it. One time, some rock candy exploded inside one of my teeth, and it hurt like a bitch, and no thank you. So, as I was saying, the thing with Color Splash is that it has built-in boss strategies. That sounds good. It is not. What's happening is that you're meant to have a specific card in order to beat certain bosses. In order to know which card you need for the boss, you have to know that you have to talk to a toad hidden in a trash can at the port of the main town. And hope that you have found that card on your travels. Because if you do not... And hope that you use it at the correct time during the battle. Because if you do not fulfill any one of these many requirements, you will automatically fail the boss battle. And I hate that with a passion. That is a terrible idea. You don't have fun, you just follow steps. Like, you have to beat this boss, but you have to beat this boss exactly this same way. And the thing with RPGs is that it's fun when you get to try out new stuff on bosses you've already fought. It's fun when you try different strategies. There's always the one strategy that's much easier, but you don't have to follow it. In Color Splash, for these bosses, you have to follow it, or they will kill you automatically. Not just hit you a little harder so you can try again. Is it better than Sticker Star? It is much better than Sticker Star. But Sticker Star has a similar problem. In order to beat a boss, you have to have a specific, or even several specific thing stickers to survive the battle. If you don't have them, the battle will be extremely hard, but they will not auto-kill you necessarily. In Color Splash, they will auto-kill you. Oh, I can make beautiful toad noises. I wish I could shout one line right here and surprise everyone. Meow meow. I know what voice Joel wanted to use for that meow meow, and I'm not doing it. I'm already wrecking my throat talking so much during the stream. Let's have a little boss battle and then we can finish the comic. Oh, the whole party's here. Ooh, Hello Kitty stuff. There we go. Oh my god, I'm checking Twitter while we're doing this. Somebody else is gluing themselves to famous paintings to protest oil. And like it's literally a performance funded by an oil heiress to make actual environmental activism look bad. Because real activists are better than this. Know what I mean? Like they're literally going for paintings and gluing themselves to paintings or around paintings and throwing food on them, knowing full well there's a protective glass on top. So like that, it's not so bad. Real activists would actually, you know, activate against the oil they're protesting against. It seems to me, at least. If I wanted people to be more activist about art, I wouldn't go to the local Provigo to shit on the bananas. That's just me being annoying. Like, you have to pick the correct target to annoy. Like, if you gotta ruin a painting, go into an oil magnet's house and throw soup on their paintings, because you know they don't put glass on it. Because the way this situation looks to me, it's like that comic where you have a rich guy, a middle-class guy, and a poor guy. Rich guy has a ton of cookies, middle class guy has 2 cookies, and the poor guy has no cookies. So the middle class guy turns around, the rich guy takes one of the middle class guy's cookies, and then blames it on the poor guy. Know what I mean? That's how it looks like to me. Come on, Paul, finish him. I think the fire finished him, but thank you, Paul. Thank you for stepping up. Good job, everybody. Actually, Greenpeace effed up the Nazca lines in a demonstration. Yeah, of all the places to do a demonstration, why the Nazca lines? I remember that. Of all the places. Why go there? Where people are not allowed to? Because if people are not careful, they could lose these landmarks. We're already losing them right now with what you just did. Annoy the people that deserve it. But if we did do that, we would get in trouble and be arrested, and we don't want that. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on, yeah. Just saying, notice that all those demonstrators are white, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Tell me again, privilege is a myth? Anyway. make it black because the actual mask is black. Wrong layer again? What are the odds? Got a color to sweat. It gives a punch. This triumphant music makes this stream 20 times more adventurous. It's called The End. We're not there yet. But it is triumphant. A little darker. There we go. I don't know who tried to kill me in my sleep. I love how you've made your stream super interactive. Well, I try. I mean, it's a visual medium, but I also understand that it's hard to focus on one thing at a time. I'm very well placed. This is theme when Sharon abolishes bigotry across the world. Oh man, I wish. I have exactly one good pair of jeans. I wear it all the time. And my butt looks wonderful in it. Fun fact, if you guys have seen my Ohuhu test with the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared characters, technically, according to the color guide from Ohuhu, according to the marker I used, red guy was colored with a yellow marker. I shit you not. Are we all colorblind? Apparently Ohuhu is. Like, I don't have the card with me because I put it with, in the pack over here. Ah, there it is. Now, according to coding, just Y normally would mean yellow, and then the numbers would mean the value and the luminance or something like that. I don't know if it's going to show up well. I used this color exactly right under my finger to color a red guy. This color is called rouge orange, which makes sense. What doesn't make sense is the code Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. It makes more sense when I pronounce it correctly. But literally, and like this is supposed to be lemon yellow, but that's the camera being a little picky because of my green screen settings. But this one is showing up pretty correctly to what the card actually says. This is supposed to be a yellow and it's this like deep orange. And even if you guys can't see it, the color right after is a normal yellow. I like how I can be a hooligan when I get bored on the stream. Yes! Speaking of hooliganism, I have full control of your sphincters. Toot, 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 toot. I'm gonna make all the cakes the same because I'm lazy. I'm selectively lazy, really. You can't forget the dreaded purple people color. What is your favorite episode of... Now I gotta wait for it to show up in chat. DHMIS. Oh my god, original series or the current series? Because I do love the final episode of the current series because it friggin' broke my heart, man! And I leave it at that if nobody else saw it. The new season of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Because, oh my god. Oh my god. There are some points that just made me laugh out loud. And that just show how friggin' twisted I am. And I love that they got to play with more with different animation styles. But that the final I would like to say the final episode of season 1. I have no idea if they're going to make a season 2. But the final episode of the current series that they made, oh my god. I just can't go into details. But it's definitely the last one. The last one is the one that got me. As for the first series, I'm trying to think because it's been a while. The one that's sticking more to me would be the creative episode, which I believe was the first one. Because the sound, I like the song. Now let's all agree to never be creative again. That's not disturbing at all. Yeah. Like that, I don't have to do another layer if I don't have to. Of course, then I have to remember to turn my airbrush back to normal. I'm gonna make the background of this one like perfectly fine because there's nothing horrible. Well, technically there's nothing horrible happening here, but according to me, waking up in a panic. Whoops, not wait, but what? And now we can put the black edge. Comment looks awesome, Sharon. Thanks for a great show. Sometimes I think he just has that reply in a post-it and just copy-paste. As long as you guys are having fun. That's what's really important. Okay, one last thing. Because let's be honest, I would not really appreciate getting killed. Now I can bring that back to normal. Alright, let's take one last look. Coco is just like slots, slots, slots. It's interactive. Whoops. I'm just gonna do one last thing. Ah, there we go, there we go. Now it actually looks like it's the middle of the night. Oh, 2 coins! Book the cruise, we're going to Vegas! Bye, Sam! At least this time you had time to say bye before I close down the, the screen. That tells you a lot about retail when perfectly normal retail dream and I'm just like trauma! And as usual, with every end of stream, we are going to thank our supporters, Amber B, Paul K, Miss Anavis, David F, Marianne J. Your continued support is immensely appreciated. Now, of course, next week, there are going to be 2 live streams. I do believe, yes, Saturday, November 5th for the Colors of the Month challenge, and the usual Sunday, November 6th Bootleg Cookie live stream. Both are going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Be sure to check my Instagram, so very unofficial, on Friday the 4th to maybe get a chance to put in your request to what you want to see me draw on Saturday. The requests will be open in my Instagram stories, first come, first serve. I will take 4 requests, so that's why you gotta be there fast, as soon as I post it. And yeah, gotta bring that back to my tool. There we go. So I hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I had a lot of fun drawing it. I'll see you guys next week, Saturday. I love you all, and bye-bye.